sacrificial woman to the slaughter. I braced myself for the next blow, resigned to the fact that I am no longer a child who can hold up one hand and saluting to loving what God gave her. Instead, I now pledge my allegiance to Sex and the City episodes I've never seen and Venus Razor commercials. I'm sprawled out on a cold waxing table as a carpenter tears up my upholstery, and I'm thinking, yeah, this shit's all gonna be worth it. Yesterday, the two girls fell in step behind me complaining about last year's Thanksgiving dinner, about how there were no boys who showed up, so they had to carve the turkey all by themselves, as if knives were too sharp for delicate hands, as if dead birds were for boys only, like we don't have the guts to peel back porcelain skin and carve out our own self-worth. But am I any different from those two women? I traded cosmetic pain for aesthetic convenience, as if priming my lady bits for pageantry. I never thought I wanted to be Miss America, and to be honest, I've never really been a good liar. The truth always seems to slip out of my two front teeth, and I'm always a little too late to catch it. For example, I have never been able to fake an orgasm. There's always this voice in my head that says, you're breathing too hard, you're breathing too hard, you're not fooling anybody. Damn. But this voice of my 16-year-old self, hard-pressed to find the beauty within her own lifelines, is often too deafening for the woman within me to withstand, because I used to think that making love to fat girls like me was a deed that could only be done dishonestly, so I could never look in the mirror after they were done. But the thing about being overweight is that it's hard to avoid your reflection no matter how many shut eyelids or glass surfaces you try to avoid. So I've spent 24 years trying to convince myself these collarbones aren't anything other than gates, wrought iron bones, keeping safe broad shoulders, deep breaths, and the confidence I once had in myself. I know we are not trying to guard heaven here, but y'all, there is God under this skin. We are more than war-torn grenades thrown to decimated hopes of going past the tree line. Fuck the gloss that tells us we will never amount to anything more than the pretty little faces some of us put on every morning. We are not shell casings, and this ceiling is just a looking glass held up to our kaleidoscope eyes. We bear life out of these colors, and our trembling hands will never be too delicate to pick up knives. Our bodies will never be too heavy to crack mirrors, and lying on cold waxing tables isn't just a coping mechanism for low self-esteem beauty. Unclench your hands and tattoo gospel songs onto your palms. We are bones, blades, and hot wax, so don't ever be afraid to breathe hard. Thank y'all for being wonderful.